Hello Reformers and welcome back to Warsword Conquest. We are here once again at Martech and this is going to be the last siege that we do here, or at the very least I have a hope for that, and we'll see if we're able to pull it off. Obviously our Poison Wind Globadiers are going to do a fantastic job as per usual. There's a person, look at him! He fell off the battlements and now he's just like, oops guys, I made a slight error. Let me just get up the ladder again. And I can't believe he actually escaped. Did you see that? He literally escaped and was perfectly safe and fine, and yeah, I can't believe it, really. I absolutely can't believe it. Anyway, we do have a number of people once again stuck behind here. Actually, you know what? No. Okay. Yes. I was actually thinking that I might be able to go over there and use the nearby troops command to select them and try and get them out of that little stuck position, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. No, because there's a slight invisible wall there that is impeding progress, which is not very good. Anyway, let's see if I can send a couple of people in here. I feel like we have probably cleared out enough. Yeah, it seems like the reinforcements are already on the way. Thankfully, this ladder is a little bit wider than the one we had previously, so this should be a little easier than Kislev itself, and maybe I'll be able to get a couple of kills here. I know that there have been some complaints about the mod in general, where people's player characters have not been as powerful as the AoE units and things like that, and that's understandable, you know, that's absolutely perfectly fine and perfectly understandable, really, because, I mean, if you think about how amazing the Globadiers are and the Chaos Dwarf Infernos and all the other AoE units, and then you think about your player character and you think, oh, this pistol's kind of okay, isn't it? Yeah, you know what I mean. But the point is that you can actually get those things. You can actually get AoE weapons, as far as I'm aware. I'm not entirely sure if you can buy the globes that the Globadiers use. I think you might be able to, but I think it might be a pretty rare find in one of the marketplaces. I would assume it would be pretty rare at the very least, if you can get it at all. And if you can't, then I suppose you could just go into the find item menu, which is accessed by the cheat menu. Obviously, you could go in there and see whether they're available there. If you want to roleplay as something in particular, then you could probably find a lot of items through that. I think you could probably roleplay, or indeed, probably. Actually, that probably wouldn't work because it depends on the race, and there are a couple of race restrictions in regards to armor, but I was going to say that maybe if you wanted to roleplay as a whole, I don't know, a whole huge amount of Bjorgs, for example, because he's obviously a pretty unique unit, and if you wanted to roleplay as, you know, putting basically yourself in his armor and a bunch of companions in his armor as well, then obviously you could roleplay as him, technically, and you could maybe become, you know, a member of his race and have a good, grand old fun time like that. But obviously, it really depends on the racial restrictions and things like that. I don't know whether there are any, but yeah. Anyway, the point is that you could probably go through the item menu and try and find the globes through there, and maybe something that the Infernos use as well. You could probably find the gun or cannon, as is the case maybe, through that, and that would probably result in some pretty fun things, actually. I mean, I might not do it, I might do it, it really depends on maybe we should just try it out, actually. It might be quite kind of fun to see how it is, but I don't know whether... Does Power Throw make a difference? Power Throw might actually make a difference to it, so I obviously do not have any Power Throw, so that's kind of, well, a bit of an issue, but there you go. We actually took this without any problems. Very good. I was actually kind of surprised by that, because I thought we might have a bit of a harder time, and we'll just take a couple of Chaos Dwarves here. We are technically, you know, pretty fine with the Chaos Dwarves, at the very least. And, well, let's see. Do they have anyone else? No, they do not have anyone else. This is kind of sad. Oh well, never mind. I guess I will just take a whole bunch. Sneaky Git, why not? Sneaky Git, that sounds like a hilarious name for a unit, and we must have him. We must have him in our army. Alright, well, this is gonna take a while. You know, it just dawns on me as I am running through all of the particular prisoners here and attempting to recruit them, that taking a look at their wages has not really done me any favors, because usually what I'll do is I'll look for you know, if I don't know anything about the actual unit in question, I will basically just look at their wages, and I'll see how much they're actually going to be costing. And, well, that kind of says to me that I probably shouldn't do that in future, because my wages have now skyrocketed even further than they already had, and, well, we're probably going to be even more bankrupted than we were beforehand. I mean, we're technically not bankrupted at the moment. We still have a sizable amount in the treasury. I think we have about 70,000 remaining, but obviously that's only, well, not even 3 months. 3 months. That's not even 3 weeks worth of wages, so we might have some problems soon, but, well, the main reason why I'm thinking that we might have some problems is not because we're going to run out. No, because we can always get more through salt trading and things like that, can't we? Well, that's the problem, because the Beastmen have just declared war against us. So if we actually take a look at the faction relations here, you can see we're at war against the High Elves, of course, the Araby, of course, Bretonnia, Dark Elves, Kislev, and Beastmen. Obviously, we don't need to worry about the Bretonnians at all, and Kislev is just making themselves a bit of a pain by raiding some of our villages, but for the most part, we really don't have to worry about much. Beastmen, however, we haven't fought them before, and I'm thinking they're pretty, they're pretty formidable, so we might have some problems there, but hopefully our vassals will be able to react relatively smoothly. Now, we do have a sighting of the Sultan himself. Okay. He doesn't seem to have too many really powerful units. He has 14 Sand Wraiths, however, which might pose a bit of a threat, but otherwise I don't think we need to worry too much about him. And if he does attempt to take back Martek, then that will just prove to be a pretty good distraction for us, so I don't mind too much. Ooh, Emir, yeah, there we go. Emir Diul, I would love to take him out, thank you very much. He's only got about 60 units, and oh, wow, this is really bad for him, isn't it? This is absolutely awful for him. A completely flat battlefield, dependent on if he has a huge amount of cavalry, of course, is usually really good for us, because that will mean that no pesky trees or mountains are going to get in the way of our wonderful globes and amazing Jezzails. I actually don't even have that many engineers anymore. I think I only have a handful at best. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, well, yes. This fellow over here is apparently still tagged as the default cavalry, so I might need to go in and change him to actual cavalry. But, yeah, you know me and tags. I tend to forget those things relatively fast. So, yeah, as soon as I finish this sentence, it's probably gonna just, go whoosh out of my head. That's how it goes. Anyway, let's see if I can maybe move a couple of people a little closer here. I'd like to make sure that our Globadiers will be in range to support us, and those other guys can move a little bit forward as well. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted to see, because now these fellows will hopefully be able to charge in, and we might very well have a complete and utter domination of the enemy forces. That would be kind of nice. We are losing a couple, but that's only because they have Sand Wraiths. The Sand Wraiths are obviously very powerful indeed. They usually have a great deal of, well, dodge and damage and all kinds of Ds, don't they? Yes, they have all kinds of Ds, and we don't want to see that D. No, we don't want to see that. Thank you very much. But otherwise, we are going to be taking out this assassin. There we go. Thank you very much. And what else do we have here? What else are they bringing towards us? Nothing much. Nothing much. Yes, there's only 8 remaining. And, oh yeah, after this, I think it would probably be a good idea to take a look at the Poisoned Wind Globadiers and see whether they actually do have any power throw skill. Alright, so I've actually gone through my army and re-tagged every single one that was tagged as globes and tagged them as cavalry instead, because obviously I've switched around all the tags and everything. If I'd known it was going to be so much micromanagement, I probably would have done it. But anyway, let's go in here and see if they do have some. Yeah, they actually do. They do actually have 3 in power throw. I don't know whether that makes any difference to the damage. I would assume it does, but they really do a massive amount of damage as it is, and you can see here the poisoned globes, they only have 10 blunt damage on, and oh, okay, I was actually incorrect about how many they actually get to use. I thought they had 15 total, because I thought they were 5 in each stack, but there's actually only 3 in each stack, so they only have 9 to use. Oh, okay, well, that's still perfectly acceptable. They still do massive amounts of damage, so there you go. Well, might be interesting to find out whether they are actually available through some merchant or other, but anyway. Yeah, I was actually going to take that castle over there, but then I noticed they have about 4 vassals, and one of them has 250 units, so it would probably be a better idea for us to head onward, and maybe see if we can take this one? That seems a bit... well... it's probably going to be kind of annoying, but they don't have that much territory, that's the thing. They don't have that much territory at all, and being able to just sweep through them would be pretty advantageous for us. And speaking of advantageous, I think we would have a massive advantage against the Lizardmen. Apparently, someone in the comments actually did say that the Lizardmen have some of the easiest sieges in the mod, so... maybe that's a thing for someone out there that actually wants to begin their own faction, because if these sieges are that easy, then maybe it would be a good thing to go for at the very beginning when, you know, you maybe don't have the best units, you know, something like that. But I think it would probably be a cool idea for us to head down there at some point. Obviously, the Lizardmen do not currently have any business with us, so I will probably not be attacking them just yet, but it's very nice to know that they are going to be... well, somewhat simpler, shall we say, to deal with than perhaps the Kislev were, because they were very, very deadly indeed, surprisingly so. Anyway, we do have another person here with 180. Well, as I've said multiple times, it really depends on the layout, so I suppose we'll just go in and see what happens here. I mean, taking this castle is kind of negligible, really. It doesn't really make any difference because this castle doesn't have any strategic value whatsoever, but I suppose what it does have is it does enable us to have a little bit more vision. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh. Every time I make an episode now, it's literally like, okay, so you have 12,000. Oh, no, you actually have 18,000. No, 25,000 and 31,000 weekly wages. I can't scroll all the way down once again because we have so much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and we're gonna have to do something about this. You know what I'm actually gonna do with many of our units? I think I'll take the bulk of the units. Like, I'll just take out, I think I have about 90 Goblin War Chiefs, and they are each 100 and something in wages. I think I'll take out all those guys and give them to one of our vassals or something like that, because they're probably going to be pretty happy to receive, I don't know, 30 or maybe even 40 Goblin War Chiefs each. So we'll try and do that, because then that will bolster their forces, and they'll probably be even more effective than they already are, because I've seen many of our vassals actually win in battles without me, so I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, let's have a look and see what this layout is. This does not look good, actually. Where do we actually have to go? I think we actually have to go all the way around. This is one of those, isn't it? So, we've finally reached the walls, but this is kind of turning into a bit of a bloodbath here. You can see how many sand wraiths the enemy actually has available for the defense, at least initially, and, well, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. They are able to very easily eliminate us, but there doesn't seem to be too much in the way of ranged support, so I'm very much hoping that they will be outclassed when we have eliminated the sand wraiths. As you can see, look at how many they have here. This is literally like having rat ogres at the very beginning for someone to fight, and, well, I guess I can only hope that Karakern has that many rat ogres by now, because our War Academy is obviously recruiting a whole bunch of those, and, well, it's looking very formidable. They have more? They have more of these guys? I really wish I had some kind of AoE weapon right now. Oh well, we might have to do something about that. Anyway, yes, this is interesting. They have a good amount of dodge as well, so obviously they're going to be pretty difficult to deal with most of the time. And let me see if I can maybe... yeah, there we go. We actually took out one. There we go. Fantastic. I am actually doing some pretty decent damage with my gun right now, which I'm pretty happy with. And as I say, I still have not obviously either had the time or not had the luck to be able to find one of those magic merchants. Finding a magic merchant would be pretty fantastic. So I think once the Arabi have been taken care of, it might make some sense for me to go around a little bit in our territory at the very least and try and see if I can maybe get something somewhere, but obviously with these exuberant wages, it is probably not going to work out too well in comparison to how much cost there is going to be. Okay, there we go. Wow, that was actually a really cool crowd surf in my opinion. I thought to myself, maybe I shouldn't mention that I'm going to do a crowd surf, because usually that just jinxes me and makes me die instantly. So yeah, that was probably a good plan. And maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to help our forces slightly more than if I were to stay up there. Oh yes, I took a very, very good hit from that fellow. Got to get ready to defend a little bit more, in my opinion. Instead of just all-out offense, we need some defense, obviously. Oh wow, that's a lot of ranged units. If I can we just start pushing forward, please? Oh, what are my people doing actually? They seem to be a bit stuck or something. I have no idea what's actually going on there. It seems like there might be okay. There might be a slight problem with losing all our units. Haha. that is the problem. All right. Okay. I was unaware of that. Very good. Let me just see if I can kill Cyrus the Bright's brother. There we go, he's dead. And now I'm being absolutely... Whoa, do you see this? I am surprised I'm not dead yet. Wow. Okay, yeah, as soon as you stop, you're dead. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes when you're up against... How many? How many did they have here? I don't know, 20? 20 archers or something like that? That's pretty crazy. Oh well, never mind. We did do quite some damage here, but we also took quite a few casualties. So I think if I am still the Marshal, I think I am still the Marshal, I will probably call for a campaign. That's the thing, I actually wanted our vassals that were left over to deal with the remaining Kislev vassals, because I thought that that would probably be a good use for them, because they can solidify their territory, they can regenerate their forces, they can get a good army prepared for the next campaign whenever I would call for it. And, well, maybe we don't even need to, because it seems like we're doing alright so far. Well, so far I would say that the Eshin assassins are doing a fantastic job of clearing out the courtyard here, but the main problem, of course, as always, are going to be the Sand Wraiths. They are causing quite some difficulty just by being so... well, tough. They're just tough. They're just standing in there, doing some good damage here and there. Even an undivided knight was taken out by one of these Sand Wraiths, and I think it was basically a 1 versus 1 or a 2 versus 1. So, yeah, you'd think that the, undivided knight would be able to deal with them, but it seems like we might have to retreat here. Let's actually just take a look. What kind of units am I getting in here? More Eshin assassins. Do bear in mind I have a huge amount of Chaos Trolls in my army. I don't know where they are though. They don't seem to be spawning in for whatever reason. Oh, we have a lot of Plague Priests / monks coming in here. And we do have a lot of Rat Ogres as well. So we might be seeing even more blood than we already have. And we do have quite a few Jezzails coming in as well. Not entirely sure if I really want to see these guys coming in right now, but I think it's kind of okay. If they were the ones leading the charge, then I probably would be retreating right now. But thankfully, the Rat Ogres are leading, so we should be pretty good in seeing this victory be secured by... Wow, I've never seen... I've never seen this many Rat Ogres, I don't think, fighting in unison at once. Oh, one of them already got killed? Wow, that's kind of sad. That was, well, kind of quick, wasn't it? It was quite a quick, not particularly good. Oh, well, never mind. We will be fine, we'll be fine. I have utmost confidence in our forces, and I'm hopeful that our Jezzails, once they get to the top there, will start firing away with their wonderful rifles, and that might make all the difference. I'm hoping that they don't have any Nafatoons here. It seems like they do, but I think they just wasted all their firebombs. Did you see that fire graphic appearing? I think they just wasted all their firebombs against the wall there. So, seems like they were a bit drunk or something. Who knows? It seems like that is it for this particular castle. I can't remember the name of the castle because, well, it's very important, so I obviously made a note to remember it. Anyway, we have lost quite a few very good units. You can see here we lost 5 out of the 8 Rat Ogres that we sent in, 15 Poison Wind Globadiers, 14 Jezzails, and so on and so forth. But obviously we did have to deal with 400 and 25 enemy units, and that's exactly the reason why it would probably be a good idea for me to call for a campaign, at least after we have secured... Oh, there we go. Phew, that was close. Yes, at least after we have secured this particular fief, if I can. Wow, that was actually much closer than I wanted it to be. Joseph, where are you? Why did you die? I have no idea. He's kind of good, so I don't know why he got himself taken out there, but oh well, never mind. Alright, so we are going to see quite a few of them escape, actually all of them escape, which is unfortunate, and I will be recruiting as many units as I can get my hands on. This is our first attempt at taking Lashiek, and I have no idea what kind of layout awaits us, so let's have a look and see whether we're actually able to do this. I am thinking we're probably not, because, wow, this is actually a pretty cool layout because, well, I like it just because there's 2 ladders, but I don't like it because this is such an incredibly tight space, and it's going to make our ranged units have a very difficult time indeed. It seems like I'm going to need to charge my infantry and cavalry straight away, and look at this. Look at how everyone's so tightly packed. That is crazy. Okay, I have no idea how we're going to do it. I guess we're just going to tell everyone to charge and hope that our Poisoned Wind Globadiers can actually see someone when we get up here and see how that goes. But for the moment, it's not looking that good. I don't know how we're going to do it, but thankfully, there don't seem to be too many vassals in here, so that was the main reason why I decided to do this instead of the other one, because the other castle has 2 vassals which have about 200 plus units in, so it would be a very brutal massacre on our side if we were to, if we were to decide to do that, so we probably don't want to at the moment, at the very least. Guys, could you just go up there, please? I'd very much like to get inside and actually start doing some damage, if at all possible. And the other ladder, which is what I should have gone up, is completely free. Do you see that? It's always my luck, isn't it? It's always my luck to go up the ladder that is completely busy. Ah, there we go. We're finally starting to move. All right. There seems to be. Oh wow, that's actually a lot of units up there. Okay, we are going to need to take those guys out as quickly as possible, so I'm going to try and rush up there as fast as I can. And it seems like we're not actually even doing that badly right now. I was actually hoping that my Poisoned Wind Globadiers would be able to deal with these fellows up here. Oh, that was a nice dodge. Did you see that? That was a wonderful dodge from this fellow. Don't know why I'm complimenting him, he's an enemy, but, well, he did a very good job dodging that. And, well, I think that's it. The first stage of the siege is over. Okay, that was pretty quick, but bear in mind that we have lost about 40, actually 50 units, almost 50 units so far. And there's going to be more. There's going to be more casualties incoming as we go through. Now, here's the thing. Even if I do end up losing quite a few of my units in this... Wow, okay. Okay, I get it. I get it, Mr. Sandwraith. You're very, very powerful indeed. You don't need to hit me again, thank you. Anyway, point is, even if I do lose a whole bunch of my own units, it's not really going to make too much difference because it's just going to help my wages, basically. And once I have lost enough of them, I guess, then we will be able to start making money again. And obviously, we do have the opportunity to then replenish our numbers through the garrison at Karak-Hirn. So even if this does happen, even if it does happen through, bad luck or whatever the case may be, then we're still good, we're still good. We still have an army that is capable of taking things, and Poisoned Wind Globadiers, for, well, shall we say, from my experience, are pretty decent when it comes to them leveling up. They don't seem to take too long in comparison to Storm Vermin and Eshin Assassins. Eshin Assassins are really hard to level up, so seeing those die is really quite painful, but for the most part we don't really need to worry about that too much, because if we do want to end up, I don't know, remodeling our army of some kind, changing the composition somehow, then Eshin Assassins probably won't make it in to the lineup, because even though they are pretty fantastic units and I do like using them a lot, they are just too difficult to level up to really make into kind of like siege aggressive units. I mean, They are eventually going to level up thanks to our trainer skill, of course, and that's always an option, just to keep a whole bunch of gutter runners and veteran gutter runners and so forth, you know, who are the units that actually do level up into Eshin Assassins, and keep those in the background and just level those up through passive experience that you gain from the various battles, and obviously, you know, from trainer skill as well. So there is a variety of different ways that we can get people leveled up, and I find it quite funny that these magic users kind of just stand around in sieges because they don't have any clue of what to do, even though they do have a sword, so I'm not entirely sure why they're not attacking us, but oh well, never mind. Okay, this is pretty fantastic though. I'm actually really enjoying this particular siege because it just has such different layouts. I mean, you're focused on the battlements initially, then you're fighting in like an archery tower, then you're fighting on some stairs, then you're fighting in a courtyard. It's really quite nice to have all these different environments to deal with, even though they are kind of difficult to deal with sometimes, especially, whoa, this one's going to be very difficult for us. I might actually die here. Yep, thought I was going to die. I didn't have enough speed, and that's also a thing. We need some more athletic skill, don't we? Yeah, we certainly do. Anyway, thankfully, we are now close enough to the end that I think our units will be able to push forward and claim victory, but it is, as I say, garrisoned with probably over 600 units here. I think they probably do have about that number, but if we're able to, I think, how many have we eliminated so far? I think we eliminated about 100 when I looked last, so do you think we've eliminated another 200 already? I don't think so somehow. I think we've probably eliminated maybe another maybe 150 or so, so maybe that's actually pretty good, because we might have a victory pretty soon then. But you can see here that this layout is much easier than the castle one. Do you remember the castle just now? That was actually really harsh. We were losing many units, and this is very different. I mean, it could just be that the enemy composition is a little bit more difficult in the castle, and this is a little bit easier, but well, I guess we'll see. Well, with the enemy forces dwindling, that seems to be a victory. I don't even know how we're doing this, to be honest. I mean, yeah, we do have some very high tier units, but we're not really utilizing our Globadiers as much as we could. But how do we utilize it on this map? I have no idea. There seems to be some very anti-Globadier layouts recently, and it's making things very difficult for us. But there you go. We lost another 43, a number of Giselles and everything. Did we lose many? Oh wow, yes. We lost 14 Globadiers. Wow, okay. Well, there's another 425 eliminated, and we do now have to deal with the people in the streets. So this is going to be kind of tricky, but again, I'm not going to, switch to my gun or anything, because that usually will result in a loss, as we've seen in the past. Oh, he dodged that. That was lucky. There we go. That guy was not so lucky. Oh, could you finally kill that guy down there? They took a bit of a time over that, didn't they? Whoa, okay. Hello. Yes, thank you. Wow, they're actually pretty decent. They're actually pretty decent units. They do seem to do quite a bit of damage, and they do have that dodge skill to save them from very precarious situations. But there you go. Let's see if I can maybe... I was hoping for a headshot on that guy. Could you kill him as you like, maybe? Yes. Is he? Yes, finally. Very good, as you lock. And then he got shot. Really. Okay, I'm going to get out my shield, because I'm a bit worried about being killed by this guy, because goodness knows that Nerthon is not going to be able to eliminate him by himself. I mean, you can kind of see why that would be a problem. Do you see this? These two guys are literally like, yes, let us just run to where this guy is and not really know what's going on. Okay, well, there you go. There's a nice headshot. And where's the last one? Is that it? Ah, that is it. Okay, fantastic. So now... another 39 renown for us, thank you. We are going to have to go into the keep itself. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. I better go quickly here. Ooh, okay, yeah, this is gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have to use the pillars here a little bit to block the guy from shooting me. And go first person. And shoot him in the face. There we go. Well, not in the face, but, some general body part, because 106 damage is kind of difficult to survive through, even if you get shot in your pinky or whatever. But anyway, there you go, 38. renown once again, and we might have the opportunity to take quite a few of them prisoner. Now here's the thing. Do I want to take any of them prisoner, or do I not want to? I mean, here's the thing. If I let this guy go, I'm just gonna gain 5 relation, and that's not going to be enough for him to join me, because apparently someone actually said that vassals do defect from faction to faction, so it might make sense for us to try and schmooze a couple of people, but, well, this guy is probably not going to join us, even if we did do that. So I'm going to just take him prisoner. And wow. How many vassals were here? I have... What? Why were there so many? That's so crazy. Okay, well, we do have a pretty decent size of army, and I'm going to try and replace as many units as I can get. And hopefully we will turn into, well, we seem to be turning into a cavalry-heavy army, which is certainly not something I really wanted to do. Oh dear. Wow. Alright, so I don't know if you saw that. I mean, you kind of can, but it disappeared a little bit quickly. But anyway, you can see here that we have some alliances being formed, among other things, and the Araby and the Empire have decided to form an alliance, which I don't really know why, because the Empire is basically gone, so I don't exactly know how they were able to do that, but we should probably take a look on our recent messages here and just have a look and see what's actually happening. Okay, so the Empire also declared war against the Chaos Dwarves. Bretonnia has declared war against the Empire. That's kind of amusing in itself. And then we have Araby declaring war against Bretonnia, of course. Orcs against High Elves. Bretonnia against Orcs. Wood Elves against Araby. Okay, that's going to be kind of interesting to see whether they actually help us against them, even though there's only one fief remaining. And the Araby have basically signed their death warrant in more ways than one, because they've declared war against a number of other people too. And the Beastmen have also declared war against the Empire. So there's a huge amount of movement and all kinds of diplomatic stuff going on. Anyway, let's see. Do I have enough? I have 71% HP. Do we have enough to be able to take the last castle? Is that the thing that we should do? It is possible. It is possible. Let's actually try it. I thought that the Sultan might actually be here, but it seems like he's run off somewhere, so I don't really need to worry about him too much. And my relations are going down. That is due to my social policies, as far as I'm aware, with my vassals. So I don't really need to worry too much about it, because it only happens once every so often, so it's not really a big deal. But this would have been a fantastic layout for Globadiers, but I only have 7 of them, so it's really not going to work too much. But well, let's see how well our engineers and well, I don't have that many engineers actually, so let's see how well our Jezzails do. We do have a couple of Globadiers, as you can see. We have about 7 of them, so they're not, well, that effective, but they are going to eliminate quite a few enemy units. They've already eliminated about 25, so that's all right. No more? You don't want to eliminate any more? Are you serious? Okay, well, let's just shoot it. Okay, let's just shoot. Okay, let's just shoot. Oh, okay, apparently... apparently not. Apparently not. I was like, let's just shoot this guy. No? Let's just shoot this guy? No? No? Not again? No. Okay, apparently just took huge amounts of damage from that one guy just because I was stubborn enough not to change weapon. Let's shoot the Sandwraith in the face. Let's shoot the Sandwraith in the... that assassin. Really? Really? I can't believe it. Oh well, never mind. I guess that means that we will just charge everyone in, because I am so incredibly low now that I'm probably gonna die pretty soon. Did I not hit that guy? Did you see that? I thought I shot right at him, but it doesn't seem to be working out too well for me at this point. Oh my. Maybe if I can... Yeah, there we go. We killed the Sandwraith. 1 hit. Very nice. Okay. Now, if I could... I would like to be able to survive a little bit longer here. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm just going to wait a little bit. I'm going to be a bit strategic here. Usually I'll just throw caution to the wind and I will run straight into the enemy. But this time around I'm going to be a bit tactical and try to make sure that I survive just that little bit longer. Just a second longer. I just need a second longer, thank you very much. And we'll see if I can maybe eliminate these ranged units. I think I might. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Ah, well, a second longer. There we go. A second longer. That's all I needed. Not really. I actually needed a lot longer than that. But, well, we'll see what happens here. I mean, we do have a number of people already going up there. And, well, it would have been nice if I survived, wouldn't it? But, I took so much damage from that assassin because I was stubborn. But, oh well, never mind. Gotta learn not to attack those assassins with a pistol. Otherwise, they're just going to really make you pay. Alright, so I'm trying a slightly different tactic this time around. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the main ladder. Haha, yeah, it's a slightly different tactic. Not using the main ladder. That is a mastermind at work, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. Anyway, point is, I'm going to be going up here and, well, we're just going to basically be charging everyone that we can in as much as possible because I've revamped my army slightly and I still don't know why do I have Globadiers in here still? I have no idea. Oh well, never mind. I basically moved them slightly lower in the order, and it doesn't seem to have made too much difference, amazingly enough. Not entirely sure why, but oh well, never mind. Point is, I wanted to try and just kind of burst them down as much as I could, so basically just getting more infantry, more cavalry in the top of my list, and then, you know, seeing what we could do from that. These mages have huge amounts of HP. They really do. I suppose they kind of require it because otherwise they'd just die instantly and they wouldn't be able to cast their spells. So that kind of makes sense. Anyway, we're up here once again. Hopefully I will be able to survive this time around. Where are you going? You can't go anywhere, Araby Bowman. This guy's dodging my attacks, of course. And he's dodging again and again and again. Did you see that? He literally dodged 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row. It kind of makes me wish that I had slightly lighter armor on, just so that I could actually dodge and do some cool things like that guy just did. Sounds like a pretty cool idea, so maybe I will do that. Well, if you ever wanted to see a mass of Chaos Trolls in one place, well, there you have it. You actually have normal trolls alongside them as well. And let me just say that the Chaos Trolls look a lot scarier than their bluish counterparts, and I think you can see why they're smiling. You know, you can see that they're smiling very, very obviously. Oh yes, they're smiling very deadly, actually. Anyway, you can see here that we are basically done. It really just depends on how effective we are at getting down these stairs. And hopefully once our Chaos Trolls actually get into the action, we will have a much easier time of things, because if all of these bowmen focus on 1 or 2 Chaos Trolls, then the rest of them are just going to catch them, and it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Whoa, okay. A Chaos Troll has already been eliminated. Well, there are a number of ranged units here. I mean, huge amounts of ranged units, as you can see, so we might have some difficulties here. We might actually have some problems, but I think for the most part, we shouldn't have to worry too much about this, because, as you can see, they now have gotten free, finally, of the stairs and the bottleneck that was creating, and now we are free to massacre the last remaining units, and that will be it. That will be it for the Sultanate of Araby. They have been finally eliminated. Actually, it wasn't even that long. I mean, as I said, they had very small amounts of territory, so it was going to be reasonably simple to take them out, and, well, that's exactly how it's gone. We don't have to worry too much about it. And the one thing that we do need to worry about now is obviously where the Sultan is, because the Sultan is running around with, I think he has 375. Yes, I think it's 375 or 325. Can't remember exactly now, but we lost 45 there. Nothing too bad, as the enemy lost 300, and there are only two vassals. Are you serious? Only 2 vassals? Okay, well that's kind of crazy. Oh well, never mind. I guess I did earn a huge amount of renown, so I now have a maximum company size of 446. So hopefully we'll be able to take many of these units. Well, there it is. There's a zoom out of the Araby territory, and you can quite clearly see it is now under our control. Amusingly enough, the liege of the Kislev is still running around. I'm kind of surprised about this. I thought that he was eliminated quite a while ago, but apparently not. Apparently not, so I might have to go back there and see what I can do about the Kislev vassals, because they are, well, making themselves into quite a pain. Now, we do have Kazrak One-Eye, I believe is his name, attempting to take Brionne from the Skaven, which I don't really have any problems with, because the Skaven really haven't caused us any problems, but they haven't really been friendly either. So them losing a little bit of extra territory is perfectly fine with me. Otherwise, what else is going on around the map? Well, not really that much. The Chaos Dwarves haven't really expanded that much either, with the exception of taking Marienburg, which is right over here. And otherwise, what else? Tomb Kings, not really done much. Goblins, same thing. The Orcs are kind of stumbling along, really. They're not really doing too much. And then we obviously have the other factions on the left side of the screen here, the Dark Elves, and, well, obviously the High Elves and all that sort of thing. We might want to try the High Elves, but I think for the moment I'm pretty content with taking the Araby out. And I'm either thinking that we will be just leaving it at that, and just letting our forces build up, and then calling for a final campaign at some point in the future, and, well, running everyone down. And that's exactly what we might do. So with that, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.